This tutorial will introduce you into some of the basics of Google Slides and how to put together a great presentation. First, let's go to our drive, click on New, and select Google Slides. If you've ever used PowerPoint before, Google Slides is very similar and you'll be able to figure things out pretty quickly. Up here at the top is our toolbar. Depending on where you've clicked, your toolbar will change to show you different options. Over here to the left, if you click the plus button, you'll add a new slide. If you pull down the arrow next to the plus button, you can choose different formats for different types of slides. Select the one that works best for your type of presentation. For this example, I'm going to select a blank slide. On the left, you can see all the different slides in your presentation. The one that's highlighted is the one that you're currently working on. If you want to rearrange your slides, just click and drag and you can rearrange them into any order you'd like. Or if you need to delete a slide, click to highlight it and then press delete. I need to insert a text box. I'm going to go up to Insert, select Text Box, then drag my text box across the screen and let go. As the cursor appears, I can now type inside of this text box. I'm going to do a project on The Amazing Spider-Man. Now let's talk about some different text options. If I highlight the word by clicking and dragging across it, The Amazing Spider-Man, I can come up here where it says Arial and I can select a different font. There are lots of different fonts in Google Drive. You can also add more fonts by clicking here. You can scroll down and select from a large number of different fonts. The ones that are in blue are the ones that you already have installed. I'm going to select Bubblegum Sans for The Amazing Spider-Man. Next is the different sizes. So you can click the plus or minus button to increase or reduce the size of your font, or you can manually type it in or select from a number of options. If I highlight my text again, I can make it bold, I can italicize it, or underline it. I can also change the text color. I'm going to select red. I could add a highlight color by clicking here and then selecting blue. Let's take that off. If I click here, I can align my text in different ways. I can left, center, or right justify my text. I'm going to center my text. That will center it inside of the text box that I created. Every time I click off of the text box, those different options go away. So to get them back, I simply click back on my text box. If I go over to the right where it says Format Options, this menu appears and it gives me lots of different options that I can use to position my text, fit my text to a specific size. I could also add a drop shadow. I can mess with the transparency, the angle, the distance, and the radius, or I could add a reflection. This lets you enhance your text and make it just a little bit more interesting. If I want to add a drop shadow, I need to make sure that my highlight behind my text is transparent. Go to the Format Options menu, select Drop Shadow, and that'll help my text stand out a little bit more. If I click back on the text box, I can also go to the bucket and I can fill it with a color. By clicking on the text box, I can also add a outline for the text box by selecting the color here, the width of the border here, and the type of border here. Now let's add an image to our slide. If I go up to Insert, to Image, I have different options. I can upload it from my computer if I've already saved it to my laptop. I can search the web. If I have the photograph in my drive, I can add it from there, or my Google Photos. I can also use a URL or access the camera on my Chromebook or laptop. Let's click Search the Web and see if I can find a picture of Spider-Man. Let's say I want to add this picture. I click, hold, and drag him right into my slide. If I want to resize that image, I simply grab it by the corner and drag him up to make him bigger, or grab the corner and drag him in to make him smaller. I can position him anywhere on the slide I'd like, but right now he's covering up the title, so I need to move him to the back. If I two-finger tap to open up my different options on the picture, and I select order, I can send him to the back. That means he's now at the back of the slide, while the text box is more in the front of the slide. This is a really cool feature in Google Slides where you can order things and arrange them to help you design a more interesting presentation. Let's go back to Insert, Image, and Drive. This goes to your Google Drive, so if you've saved an image from the internet and it appears in your drive, you'll be able to search it by most recent, pull up your drive and access the folder where you store your folders. You can even access images in your Shared With Me drive, so if someone shared a picture with you, you can find it there and put it into your presentation. If you want to just open up your own Google search, you can do that too. Let's type in Spider-Man. Go to Images, select the image that I'd like, two-finger tap to bring up the right-click option, select Copy Image, go back to my presentation, hit Control-V, two-finger click and paste him into the slide. And yet another way we can do that is if we go back to our image search, click and hold, drag the image right to the tab, and drop him right in there. Those are just a few of the ways that you can add images into your presentation.